Success, they say, happens twice. Once in your mind and the second time in reality. In this video, I'm going to share with you that experience which made me realize the importance of this particular statement. Hey folks, I am CSK and I am your personal coach. You're watching me on the channel CSKSpeaks. Success, as they say, happens twice. Once in your mind and the second time in reality. Now this statement, when I heard it, I could not quite comprehend. If you and I have to dig deeper into the real meaning of success happening twice, we got to pay attention to what Henry Ford said long back. Henry Ford said that if you think you can, if you think you can't, either way you are right, because your mind makes a hell out of the heaven and a heaven out of the hell, which means it's in your mind which decides your reality. But we don't have to get into discussing philosophy, discussing motivation and inspiration. I can make it easy for you by sharing with you a situation. This was a true incident which happened to me. It was 2004. I was taking this flight from Raipur, Chhattisgarh to Mumbai. Back then, I was working at Raipur setting up a private university. So along with me, I had my chairman of Jain Group, Mr. Jain, traveling, and we were traveling from Raipur through the flight to Mumbai. So as we went into the flight, we took our seats. Mine was a middle seat and my chairman was next to me in the aisle. And we both were settling down with seat belts and all of that. The air hostess were making announcements about our security and all the formalities. Just around that time, we got a phone call. And my chairman signaled me to answer the call. When I picked up the phone, I heard the voice on the other side, and that gentleman said, "Can I speak to Mr. Jain?" I said, "Mr. Jain is busy. Can I take a message for him?" He said, "Well, I'm calling from the committee of Ramon Magsaysay Award, the nomination committee, and we are here to nominate your chairman to this year's award." I couldn't believe what I'm hearing. So I was excited and I wanted to pass on the phone to my chairman as to he should be answering this important call. Chairman said, "What is it about?" I said that they want to nominate you for the Ramon Magsaysay Award and they want to speak to you. So he took the phone from me and then the rest conversation went on. I could not hear what the other man was saying, but I could definitely hear what my chairman was responding. I was excited with the hope that my chairman will get nominated and then he's going to get the award. And for all of you who know, Ramon Magsaysay Award is that ultimate award for providing service in the social sector. And I was excited for my chairman and very happy that my chairman is going to be receiving such an honor this very year. But then the conversation did not ensure that. He went on to speak to him, introduced each other, pleasantries were exchanged, but then he interrupted them abruptly by saying, "Well, with all due respect, sir, I don't think I deserve it right now. I have not even scratched the surface. I still have a long way to go. The day I educate 1 lakh students, that's the day I qualify. And I will do that. And once I do that, I will call you and tell you that I'm ready for nomination. Thank you very much for considering me at this point in time, but I will very respectfully decline the nomination." He said these words and I was not able to understand as to what is he trying to convey here. And after a couple of seconds, he ended the call by saying, "Well, I got to go. I'm in the flight and the flight is about to take off and the air hostess is already staring at me. So please excuse me. I will catch you later." And then he hung up the phone. I did not know what to say or speak sitting there next to him, and I was trying to make sense of this entire conversation. The flight took off, we were relaxed, and after a few minutes, I looked at him. I saw that he was not sleeping. So I said, "Sir, can I ask you something?" He said, "Go ahead." I said, "Sir, pardon me, but you just completely closed the chapter of Ramon Magsaysay Award for this year by just telling that you are not ready for it. I fail to understand. I mean, you have established so many institutions. We are operating in 6, 7 states already. If not you, who else?" That was my angle of asking him. He looks at me and says, "Well, yes, we are running universities and colleges and also present in 7 different states, but then that's not enough. As I said, we're not even scratched the surface. We need to educate 1 lakh students, and that's when I feel I'm qualified." I said, "Sir, but we are at 25,000 students right now." This is 2004. 25,000 students, 1 lakh students is like 4 times this, and that's a long way to go, and we don't even know whether we will really make it happen or not. But when the opportunity is there, why don't you just grab it?" He looked at me and he said, "Success happens twice. Once in your mind and second in reality." And then he explained that if I don't have a goal that I'm going to educate 1 lakh students, I will never ever be able to do that. So every goal happens here first, and then it happens in reality. Frankly speaking, back then I could not really make much sense of that. But today, as I'm talking to you, we are over 1 lakh of students we are educated across. That call with Ramon Magsaysay Award committee member never happened, but 1 lakh students definitely happened. Now, this incident brought me back to reality around me. Every situation we go through is a result of our thought process. And that thought process plays a major role in our success. Let me give you another example from the world of sports. This is my favorite domain because I love examples from sports. Carl Lewis, America's greatest track and field athlete. Now, we all know about Carl Lewis. He is a legend. He's won 10 Olympic medals, of which 9 of them are gold medals. I love stories from Olympics, especially this time around when Olympics is going around, right? So Carl Lewis, all-time great, 10 medals, 9 of them gold. But how did this really happen? So this is an incident from his life, and that will kind of reaffirm the fact that success really happens twice. Once in your mind and second time in reality. So it said that he had won 3 direct or straight gold medals in long jump. We all know that he is a legendary long jumper along with the sprinter. So when he won the 3rd time, he was gearing up to have the 4th gold in the 1998 Olympics. And there, during that time, just about that time when he was training, a thought came into his head that this time it's not going to be easy, because he was up against Mike Powell, who was the defending world record holder for the longest distance jump. So that sense of doubt, that iota of doubt which came into his mind kind of started eating him. He was not himself in the training sessions. He was not able to focus on his regimen, and this he could not digest. So he went to his coach and he told him, "You know what, I'm not able to focus, and I don't think it's going to be possible this time, and I'm not going to get the gold." His coach looked at him and he said, "Well, don't let all those things affect you. You are 3 times champion and you are going to make it. Just focus on your training, focus on your diet, focus on your routine, and you will be there like how you got there all these 3 times. Carl went back but was not a happy man. He had that doubt growing in his mind, and that created a lot of obstacles for him in his daily practice and reality. Next week, Carl really understood that this is not working out. In fact, the coach also understood that Carl was not himself. So what coach told Carl was, listen, tomorrow morning we'll do something different. We are going to the stadium. We're not going to train here in the gym. We're going to the stadium here, and you get dressed in that exact dress which you are going to wear for your Olympic game. And you come there. So next day morning, Carl goes there with the attire which he's going to wear for the Olympic show, for that particular long jump event. And the coach is ready there. He makes him sit, visualize the entire long jump stretch, and makes him sit at the place where he wants Carl to jump. Not from the place where he starts running, but the destination or that place where Carl should make his landing in the sandpit. And he says, close your eyes. Close your eyes. And then the coach starts speaking. Listen to me carefully. Now you are ready. You have entered this particular track. You got 20,000 people around you in the stadium cheering for you with your favorite word, King Carl, King Carl. And that's what Carl Lewis used to like. He wanted people to cheer and call him King Carl. So people are cheering for you. You get rid of your jacket, the tracksuit, and then you're ready with your shorts and your jersey. And now you take your guard. You take your guard, you glance through the entire stadium, and then you start running. You maximize your potential by giving that pace, and then that spot where you have marked for taking that flight, you're now thumping your legs there and jumping high up into the sky. And as you're crossing, remember these milestones. You cross the 2-meter mark, you cross the 4-meter mark, you cross the 6-meter mark, and now you are at the 8-meter mark. And after you have crossed the 8-meter mark is when you are going to descend. And when you descend picture perfect landing. And now you go down and then you make your mark, and thereby you have got the gold medal winning landing. He plays this entire episode again and again and again and again in the mind of Carl, the coach. And then he says, all right, we are done for today. Go home and let this play over and over again in your mind. The next few days, Carl goes on practicing the same thing what his coach said. And when you came into the Olympic game in 1998, you will see just that. There was Mike Powell, who was the defending world record holder. So Carl makes a landing of over 8.5 meters. Okay, that was not his best, because the last time it was 8 meters and 8.67 meters. But here it was 8.5 plus. But still, he made that brilliant landing as imagined in his mind of above 8 meters. Now Mike Powell, the defending world record holder, has to break it, and he has one last attempt and he injures himself and he falls short of 6 meters. Then comes Joey Green. Joey Green, another American, he was supposed to break this record, but then he also falls short and he could not break it. And bang on, again Carl Lewis gets his medal, the gold medal, for the 4th consecutive time. Now if you look at this, success happens twice. Once in your mind and second time in reality. Now how difficult it is for you and me to sit down comfortably in a chair and visualize the end result. Visualize the end result, and when you are visualizing it, remember these 3 things. Number 1, visualize as if it is happening in your life. That is your first party context. Second, visualize as if you are already there. That means you're present. It is in the present tense. And 3, visualize again and again and again. Repeat, not just once. If you do this, success is all yours. Because the truth is, it's a law of the universal nature. Universal force will bring that success back to you if you can make it happen in your mind. My chairman did it with 1 lakh students. Carl Lewis did it, 4-time gold medalist. You can also do it. Thank you very much for watching CSK Speaks. Till next time, do like, share and pass your comment on the comment channel, because I would like to engage with you, and every comment I will reply. I promise you that. Thank you very much.